So my name is Jacqueline Smith. Good morning. And I am the owner, good afternoon from the East Coast. I'm the owner of Tabit Journals and Healing Conversations. So Tabit Journals, we publish different planners and journals, Christian devotions, and Healing Conversations is actually a therapy practice in the state of Texas. So I'm a licensed chemical dependency counselor, a licensed marriage and family therapist associate, and a licensed professional counselor associate in Texas. I got two practices, two businesses, a therapy practice and a online bookstore, Tabit Journals. And so I'm really excited to be here and to kind of share this passion project of mine. It all started with planners. So I don't know if y'all have ever found like the perfect planner for you, but every planner that I ever have to buy, I always have to augment it so that it can fit like my needs. And so this year I was sick of it and I decided to create my own planner that worked for me. And then I said, I don't know, this might work for other people too. So I decided to start selling them. And that's been a really exciting journey. One of the biggest things about this planner that makes it so unique to my needs is I'm a checkbox organizer. Like even preparing for today, like I have my list of like check boxes and I have each task, each to-do list with a box, and there's just something about being able to check that box off or color it in where I can feel like, okay, I've gotten something done, and that's how I can keep track. That's how I organize. And so this is the first planner that I made, and let's see, I'll try to bring it in. So here's some of the things that are so unique about this planner. It's like once you've scheduled your client in for the day, you can kind of customize what you want to do with these check boxes. So like for me, I know if I've colored in that check box with a red, then I had the session. If it's an X, then maybe the client canceled or no-showed. The blue means that I've collected payment, I've ran payment, or did whatever I had to do to make sure I got paid. In the orange is to be sure that I've completed all the documentation that was necessary. You can create whatever kind of system you need. Maybe you just need to check it off. Maybe you wanted to use different colors. Maybe there's something else that you need to track. But this has been life-changing for me. Every time I buy a planner, I have to do this. Like I go in each week and like make my little check boxes. And I just got tired of doing that. So I created it myself. And I've gotten a lot of positive feedback about this planner, right? So when I first made it, I was like, oh, this is my therapist planner. And my nursing friends and my social worker friends and my teacher friends were like, don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. Like, why is it only for therapists? And so if you go to my online bookstore, you will see that I have another planner with a similar design, but it just says a really great planner. And then you can write in there for a nurse, for a social worker, for a teacher, for Joanne. And so it's a really great customizable planner. But this is only the beginning, right? So it all started with, I think I want to make my own planner. And in the process of doing that, I found out it to be really complicated and tedious. And so I moved on to something that was like a little bit more simpler to do. God reminded me of something that he had told me to do. And in being obedient, I realized that like I was creating a journal in what he told me to do. And so I kind of before I finished the planner, I kind of put that on pause. I was like, that's difficult. Let me find something else to do. So I started making this other journal. And this was a command from God. I realized it's backwards. Okay, that's great. This was a command from God. It was called Now Write the Opposite. So let me tell you the story. I was upset with my husband, and I started drafting this really long text message to him about all my complaints. And before I could send the text message, God said, now write the opposite. All that you're complaining about in your marriage, all that you're saying that's not right, write the opposite and speak life over your husband, speak life into your marriage. And so I did that, maybe a little stubbornly, but I did it. And now I have this journal of me just speaking life into our marriage and into our and over my husband. And we'll be celebrating 10 years in January, and that is by the grace of God. And I really think also because of my obedience to write the opposite. So you can find this journal on the bookstore as well, and start your own journey of speaking life into whatever situations that need to be turned around. Yeah, so I'm really excited. Yes, so Dr. Butte Busby put the raffle code JOY. So thank you so much for hanging out with me for a few minutes. You can collect that vendor code. I think there'll be a raffle at the end of everything. And also check out my booth for Healing Conversations. I have a video on there. And if you know anyone in Texas who's looking for therapy, and let them know that you found out about me through this conference, and give them the code HEAL, and I'll give them up to four sessions for $75. So I want to be able to make mental health services more accessible. So $75 for four sessions each. All right, well, I think that's my time. I'm so glad that y'all were here with me today. So click the interest button if you want to talk more or hear more, and I'll be in the networking booths too. I would love to get to know more of you and talk more and share stories together. Thank y'all. Bye, everyone.